Morning traders, welcome back. Daily market analytics. Last day of the trading week, Friday, and I actually wanted to talk about the interesting situation we have here on the Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar, which also known as the Aussie CAD. And you can actually see that I pulled the trigger just recently. It was yesterday. Started small to test the water, but I kind of jumped the gun. I entered a little bit prematurely because it's obvious that we have this obstacle here, 95.14, and we can see price is battling against that level right now as we speak. So you might want to wait a little bit for price to actually break that key level, confirm that breakout. But I gotta tell you, this resistance is not too concerning to me. I know that it is just a local resistance. It's not a big key level. And according to the big picture, coming from the monthly chart, we can see a very compelling case for a full-fledged upside reversal. I'm talking about the medium to long-term cycle, right? So as you can see, there is a massive trading range that's been building up here for, I don't know, I think it was over 5 years, guys, almost 6 years. Take a look. This is where it began to form, right? So we're talking 2013. It's very wide, right? We can actually count 4 legs easy, clean cut 4 legs. And right now I think we are in the middle of the 5th leg. Now this was the tipping point where price began to turn around, to shift from a downside trend which lasted more than a year, right? And up until that point, on the downside here, it managed to take the previous lows before turning around. So that was also quite an important element. Later on, we saw price break through that obstacle here, which was the main point of reference, 94.47. It still is our main point of reference, by the way. But it broke it, and then it went for a downside correction. At some point, it actually managed to close below that key level where I'm talking about 2 months ago. But you can see what happened here last month when price came back. That's the important part. Price came back. Take a look at the close back above 94.47. So from that moment on, this began to become really interesting to me, because I think this is a major pivotal point. And if price can break back above that key level, that could suggest that we're back on the upside. Now, I'm going to show you the reaction. Take a look at the reaction here. So we see the break back above that key level last month, but we also see the reconfirmation coming from this month, right? Because price actually started this month on the downside, trying to challenge that 94.47, this time from above, but you can see how it kind of bounced back up and begin to look positive again, right? So maybe I think this is the way of the market to kind of acknowledge the fact that that key level, which was a resistance up until a month ago, now could be a strong support and push price, further upwards. According to the bigger picture, we can have a really, potentially speaking, of course, a really strong, significant move, right, all the way to the higher section. The minimum key level we should be considering here is 1.0070. So we're talking over 550 pip. That's the potential on the upside here, just to come back to the upper section, complete the 5th leg in this massive trading range that goes back all the way to 2013. Now I've placed my initial stop loss level at 93. But if price will begin to break that 95.14 here, which I expect, then of course I'll begin to adjust the stop loss level accordingly. That's the story here on the Aussie CAD. Should be really interesting to see how things will play out. I'll definitely come back to keep you posted. That's about that for this one, guys. We'll see you on the next.